I want to talk about something that's a growing national and y'all, I think it's kind of an international problem, and that's the phrase "no problem." And I don't know if y'all have noticed that people are saying this all the time, and this concerns me because if you say "no problem," I'm a writer. I mean, it implies that there is a problem, but in your case, they'll make an exception. And I trace this back to "have a nice day." And some of y'all won't remember that, but I remember when that started. And that was pretty annoying. And people would say, "have a nice day." And you're like, "thank you very much." But then people got sort of, so they would say it, "have a nice day," slam, and then they'd give you your change, they'd slam it on the counter. And you're kind of like, well, that was sincere. And so then when people finally just wore that phrase out, they would say, "have a good one." And it's certainly, that's sort of slightly salacious because it's sort of like, have a good what exactly? I mean, just have a good one? And so people would say that with a fair amount of politeness. Have a good one. Whatever it was you were going to have. And then after a while, people would slam your change on the counter and go, "have a good one." And you could see the deterioration in how that was going. And then that translated itself into "have a good one." But good is not a word in the English language. And so I was sort of like, well, where did that come from? Is it Russian or something? Because all of a sudden people are back slamming your change on the counter and going, "have a good one." And you're like, this is getting worse and worse. And so people realized that didn't make any sense after a while. But you know what they've done? They've adopted "no problem." And so I was in a restaurant the other day, and my knife and fork were filthy. And so I asked the waiter, can I have another knife and fork? And he said, "no problem." As if it would normally be a problem to replace dirty silverware, but in my case, he'd make an exception. Now, I think this is sort of odd, and I would urge you to stop saying "no problem," because it really is causing difficulty here in America. And if you stop saying "no problem," then there won't be a problem.